I have continued to find it very hard to wrap my head around the death of Chikwado Eze in Ugwaike, from Ugwaike in Enugu State. You see, ignorance, they say, is not an excuse, whether in the court of law or in any sphere of life. Ignorance is not an excuse. This is the young man who got a US visa to travel abroad, and then his father, in the bid to fortify him, took him to a native doctor. And of course, the native doctor said they had to bury him for a number of hours. And of course, the young man suffocated and died before they could bring him out of where they buried him alive. You see, I think it was enough. I mean, it was a testimony, or let me say, it was enough joy to have gotten a visa to travel out. Not even the time where we find ourselves in Nigeria today. But to now think of the fact that the father of that young man could go as far as, approaching a native doctor to fortify his son. And I've been wondering, fortify against what? For what? It's sad, seriously, I've not been able to wrap my head around it. I've wondered, I've thought about it. Why this ignorant attitude of people? And as if that was not enough. Because if you seek something of somebody, and then the person provides a solution, I think that wisdom is profitable to direct. In other words, you should be able to think about the solution that was provided to you. Not just going out ahead to swallow hook and line the whole solution. Who does not know that even if the person wasn't dead before they buried him, the moment you bury a person, the person suffocates because there is no oxygen in the ground. That was the height of stupidity and ignorance, which of course is not an excuse. Visa, useful again. The boy, he don't buy. He don't buy. Why would they? I want to sound a little bit religious here. That God has done the visa is enough to show that family that at least, there is light beaming in our direction as a family. But in the bit when we try to help God, let me put it that way, we try to package what God has designed as being perfect. We have issues. And that is what we have seen in the life of Chikwado, late now, who passed on after he was buried in a bid to be fortified when he gets to the US. They lost everything. They lost everything. One big solution, or one big lesson, not all, but one big lesson that we should learn is one, to learn to understand that every good and perfect gift comes from God. And that whatever God does is perfect. God will not send you to where He will not protect you. Number two, don't try to package or repackage what God has given to you. That's the result that you saw in the life of this young man. And I believe you me, it was all the fault of the parents, especially the father who was said to have taken him to a native doctor. You should learn to appreciate whatever God does. And also note that whatever God does is perfect in itself and does not need any makeup. It's so sad. It's sad losing this promising young man to the ignorance of his parents. And the third lesson I would love us to learn: whenever anybody provides a solution to you concerning any matter, please learn to think about the solution before going ahead to swallow hook and line. Think about it. Think about it logically. Think about it literally before you now begin to go spiritual about it. Be logical about it. Be logical. It's going to be a miracle for anyone to be buried and to be brought out after 24 hours still alive. That would be a miracle. That's a miracle. That would be a miracle. Now buried, only the dead are buried. Not the bury a living person. So maybe I should add this: that something worked for A does not mean that it will work for B. I'll take that again. That something worked for A does not mean that it will work for B. Unfortunately, Chikwado is gone. It's become a lesson for those of us who are left. May the Lord grant him eternal rest. And also the family, the fortitude to bear this irreparable loss. It's a lesson for every one of us. Please don't forget to share this video, drop your comments, make them simple and simple.